This is Cheyenne Valentine back today again with a new episode. This is a continuation of the polygamy slash one-sided open relationship video that I just did. That's almost 36 minutes, so this one should be significantly shorter. I wanted to elaborate some more on this. When I was talking to my boyfriend about this, he said the reason why a man would never go for this, even though most of these men know they're going to have sex with another woman outside of the relationship and pretend to you like they're being monogamous sexually. He knows this, and we all know this, but he said even though this is the case, he said man is never going to be open to an open relationship, of course, because they can't handle the thought of another man touching you. And also he said because of the fact that women private areas get super loose. Now I want to discuss this because this might sound funny, but he basically said if it's an open relationship, the women will be able to get sex more than the guy, and that her vagina is going to get really loose. Now this is what I said to him. I said her vagina is not going to be no loose than a woman who is having sex regularly with one guy. I'm going to prove it to you. So let's take two women. One's named Jennifer, one is named Jane. Okay, Jane has been in a 10-year relationship with one guy. And her and this guy have sex 5 days a week, twice a day. And this has been going on for the last 10 years. Let's take Jennifer. Jennifer has been single for the last 10 years, but yet she has about, let's say she sleeps with a different dude, 3 different dudes a month. And that's 10 years. So she's had a lot of sexual partners. So think about a person having 3 different men they sleep with a month for the last 10 years. Do the calculations. I'm not good with math. So he's saying that Jennifer will have vagina will be more loose than Jane's. I'm gonna prove to you it's not necessarily that it'll be looser, because it's not about the number of men you sleep with. It's about the act and how often you're doing it, how often you're getting pounded. So Jane's vagina might be looser because she didn't get pounded 5 days a week, twice a day for the last 10 years. Even though Jennifer is sleeping with 3 different men a month, she could be sleeping with each dude once a month. She could be sleeping with each dude 5 times a month. Okay. Either way, her vagina could be looser or as tight as Jane's. Because Jane is getting pounded by the same man, and other girls getting pounded by different men, but it's about the frequency. You understand what I'm saying? So Jane can be essentially having more sex than Jennifer, even though Jennifer is sleeping with different partners. Jennifer has had multiple partners, but could have had less sex. But Jane has had one partner and had more sex. You get what I'm saying? Because Jane is getting sex consistently. Like with Jennifer, if she's sleeping with 3 different men a month, that means, it's probably not consistent, meaning, whenever she go out, she see a guy, she get his number. It might lead to sex, it might not. She might not like the sex with each dude. So she might sleep with one time, she might sleep with another one 5 times, she might sleep with the other one 4 times. Okay, next month is another different dude. And if she's sleeping with 3 different men a month, that means that she got a short attention span. She likes different men. So she probably don't have sex with each dude a lot. Like with Jennifer, it's all about quantity, not quality, and just a different experience. So with Jennifer, she's probably not gonna stick with one dude and just have him pound her nonstop for weeks on end. She's probably gonna rotate, maybe Monday and Tuesday she has Jonathan, and then Friday she's dating Robert, and then on Saturday she hang out with Justin. You know what I mean? And then next month, okay, she get tired and but that doesn't mean her vagina is going to be looser than Jane's, because remind you, Jane is getting pounded by the same guy 5 days a week, twice a day for 10 years. She done this, consistently. So her vagina is probably going to be looser. So when I told my boyfriend this, he could not dispute my logic, because I'm a very logical person. And he said, well, because think about it, everybody. His point was the reason why open relationship would not work is because the woman's going to be able to have more sexual partners than a man, and her vagina is going to be loose. Unlike the man, he could sleep with a billion women. His penis, other than him getting a transmitted disease, HIV, his penis ain't going to really change, I don't think. Okay, the woman, the more she gets pounded, she gets loose. Now, with women, we understand something that, yes, if you get if you're having sex a lot and you don't let your vagina rest, it will get kind of loose. So that's why it's important for women to have breaks where they, get their vagina back tight, take a month or two and get that bad boy back right, and go some time without sex to get it back tight. That's very important. So let's say that Jennifer did not give her vagina some rest, or then hers would be quite possibly loose, but hers could still be tighter than Jane's, because even though she's sleeping with different men a month, if it's all about a different experience, like I said, she's probably not getting pounded by these men on a consistent basis every single day, 3 different dudes. And the times that she's not screwing these different men because she's going out and finding just random dudes, she's probably letting her vagina rest. So he couldn't dispute my logic. So he basically said, so basically the woman who's in a long-term relationship, her vagina probably can be looser than the one who's a so-called whore. And he said, he don't mind it being loose. He said he don't mind his girlfriend's vagina being loose because he knows it got loose from him. It's from him doing it. And he said that also these men that she's sleeping with can have different size penises, and then once he get it, it could be, it's all this double talk. Okay, what does it matter? Okay, so even though the girl sleeping with multiple men, even though her vagina's loose, and you don't like a loose vagina, and your girlfriend's vagina loose. Okay, so you got one girl whose vagina is loose when she's sleeping with one guy, and you got the other one who's loose because she's been with different men. He's saying it matters because at least he know the woman he's with, he got it loose from consistently screwing her, and the other one is from her being with different men. And these men could have had different shapes, sizes of penis. Well, it doesn't matter if it was different shapes or sizes. She's loose regardless, whether it was from little ones or big ones. Her vagina's loose. So you're saying you don't like a loose vagina, but yeah, you're okay with the woman's vagina being loose if you're the one that got it loose over a period of time. Okay, these men, the double talk. You see what I'm saying? They just want to suppress you sexually while they sit out here and sleep with different women. They do not want to be fair about this at all. They don't want to accept that they never going to be sexually faithful to one woman. They accept it in their head, they just ain't tell you, but they don't want to tell you that because they know you're going to be out there screwing other men, and they know that you got more opportunities to screw different people. They know that you can walk up to any man right now and say, come fuck me, and he'll do it. And they're in fear, ladies. They're in fear that you're going to use that option. They don't like that you can get sex from anybody you want. That makes them upset, and they don't want you to utilize that option. So they got to suppress you to stop you from jumping on the different dicks that's approaching you. Let me see what else. Another thing that he said, if a man is willing to do open relationship, he's a beta male, he's not an alpha male, he's a pushover, and he said a guy doesn't really love you. Now, I would agree with him in a sense where, because men are so egotistical and they're so into their action to their emotions and into suppressing you and trying to control you, if they do agree to open relationship, they probably don't feel as deeply for you. Or they could be emotionally attached. But in this day and age, if a woman agrees to open relationship, she's going to be detached from your ass too. Because if I'm in an open relationship, because of how most people are programmed, how I'm programmed, if I become okay with you being with other people sexually, then for me, I'm going to detach from you probably emotionally to protect myself. So I agree with him that if a guy does agree to it, he probably is don't love you as much and possibly is emotionally detached from you. But that's why I'm saying we have to understand this thing called love, because love is supposed to be unconditional. And how does he love you if he doesn't want you to be happy? If making him he feels like, okay, him being with he wants you to love him enough to let him be with other women. Well, no, let me take that back. I was going to say that he wants you to love him enough to let him be with other women, but he doesn't love you enough to let you be with other men. But on the contrary, he knows that you love him, and that you don't want him to be with other women. That's why in his mind, he hides it from you, and he wants to have this pretend monogamous relationship where where he's pretending to be sexually faithful when he's not, because he knows it hurts. Because he know it hurt him if you was with another man. So he know it's going to hurt you. So that's why he's hiding from you. So he feels, I love you, that's why I'm hiding from you. But really true love is when you can be honest up front, and you are fair and you're balanced and you care about all the parties involved. And you know, as a man, if you don't want to hurt this woman, you need to be honest with her and say, I cannot be sexually faithful, and I'm not expecting you to be as well. We need to set some boundaries so that this won't destroy our relationship. It's just sex. That's what true love, I feel, would look like in a sense. Or true love would equal you trying to control your dick, which they're not going to try to do. this world coddles them and encourages them to be sex addicts and encourages them to be all in their growing area and be primitive and not try to control their sex drive. This world encourages men to behave like that, and it encourages women to suppress their sex drive. So I just want to add this real quick because it was something that was on my mind. And what I might do is make this as a second video. I might add this to the previous one, so this video will probably be like 50 minutes. But I'm glad you listened the whole way through, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.